Hello and welcome to another Filmfam review. It's me, Greg, the bold one, and
It's Ollie the bearded one.
today we are reviewing The Lost City.
City.
Okay, yeah. So there was nothing in the cinema, so we went back and had a look and picked up this movie. What's the score of this movie?
So, it's got 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it made 181 million at the box office worldwide. So, it was just a bit of a there movie, really, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Very strong. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was
It was
just.
good. It was a solid 5.56 out of 10.
Mm.
I'm going to say 5.5, I think.
I think 5.5 is a
5.5
very
out
fair
of 10.
one, yeah.
We're going to talk about the movie and you'll find out why we gave it that score. And if you stay tuned to the end, this week we're offering a competition. Okay, very first time. Yeah, I know. I'm reaching into the wallet. Reaching into the wallet. What we're going to be offering is a £20 Cineworld gift voucher. So you can go out and see the new Tom Cruise or the next Jurassic Park one or that Lightyear thing that's coming out. I don't know.
Lots to choose from.
There's lots and lots of movies to choose from. So that's worth sticking around just for that, even if we bought you. Okay, so let's start off with The Lost City. So opening, we have the amazing Sandra Bullock. Now, I'm not a big Sandra Bullock fan. Okay, I remember her from Speed. Okay, and some other bits and bobs. What do you remember her from?
Was it Gravity? Was it the kind of yes? I don't know. That's not Gravity, is it? But yeah,
yeah, from Gravity. Yeah, remember her
from the space movie.
From the space movie with George Clooney, wasn't it?
Yeah, someone like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, we haven't seen her for ages, and she pops up in this movie, and she looks absolutely fantastic. You know, I commented on Nicole Kidman in The Northman, but Sandra Bullock looks absolutely amazing. She looks like she's been put on ice since those movies and then brought back out again, doesn't she?
Yeah,
and she's a romance novel writer who's lost her husband, okay, and she's struggling to finish these books because...
It's at the end of a chapter in her life, basically.
Yeah,
isn't
it's what you said. Well, it was at the end of a chapter in her life that she didn't want to close. And what was her name?
She's called Loretta.
Loretta, yeah. So she's writing these books and she can't really finish them properly. The reviews are dodgy. She goes on a book tour.
They have a nice, she gets a nice kind of rented dress on, doesn't she?
It's a sequin jumpsuit, isn't it? It's a
nice bright
sequin
pink.
jumpsuit. She looks fantastic, isn't it? And in comes becomes one of your favourites, isn't it?
I love Channing Tatum so much.
Channing Tatum comes in, and Channing Tatum is the model off the front of the book.
He's called Dash.
Dash, yeah. And he actually becomes that character, and everyone wants him to rip his top off because he's so handsome. I mean, they have a bit of a falling out, don't they? And
They do, yes.
while leaving this show, Loretta is then kidnapped by these bunch of dudes in a vehicle and whisked off to the wizarding world of Harry Potter.
I mean, you can put it like that, yeah. So obviously, the guy who kidnaps her turns out to be the character played by Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, old Harry Potter himself. Now, I struggle with Daniel Radcliffe being anything but Harry Potter because I've seen him in so many things. But as the movie got on,
He's a good actor.
He's a very good actor. He's a very,
actor.
very good actor. I don't give him enough credit, but he's hard to separate from the stereotype, you know? So it's like putting Luke Skywalker into EastEnders, you know what I mean? That's Luke Skywalker. You know? It was a bit like that, wasn't it?
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. And he's got a piece of this map, and this map tells them where the actual treasure from the book is actually hidden. And it turns out that Loretta's ex-husband, who's died, was archaeologists, and they were working on finding this treasure. And now the crazy Daniel Radcliffe dude wants to find this treasure, and he wants her to decipher this piece for him. She doesn't want to do it, so
kidnaps her anyway again.
Yeah, so the building opens and a giant skyjet comes in and he takes her anyway. Yeah, so he takes her off, and then they arrive at this island. He's found the island where it is, but he doesn't know where it is on the island because he can't decipher the map. So he ties her to a chair, and she's got to decipher this map and find the treasure. And now Channing Tatum, he saw her get kidnapped. He then rings Jack Trainer.
Yeah, so some guy that he met on a retreat, wasn't it?
A retreat.
Ex-Navy SEAL, I think it was. Yeah.
Special Forces. And they use the Find My Phone to track him to the island. And then he goes off to meet the guy there who's at the island. So while Loretta's trapped there, Channing Tatum arrives.
And who plays Jack Trainer?
Jack Trainer's played by Brad Pitt.
Good old Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt with long hair. He looks like the guy off the book as well, you know.
Yeah.
And he's super cool. He's well trained and super disciplined. They get into a car and they drive off to the camp to rescue her, don't they?
They do, yeah. So it's a really fun scene now, isn't it? Where he's infiltrating the camp, isn't he? He's doing all his, his little Navy SEAL techniques, choking everyone out.
Yeah.
And Channing Tatum's just there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just
Channing Tatum's missing every punch, and then Jack Trainer's taking them all out, and it's hilarious. And they kidnap the girl back, don't they?
Yeah, they manage to get the Loretta out of there, don't
they? Loretta out of there, but they can't get her off the chair, so they've got to take her in a wheelbarrow on the chair. By the way, all this time she's in the jungle, she's still in this sequiny jumpsuit.
Which is rented, by the way, so she has to give it back at some point.
She has to give it back, yeah. So they get her into the car, and they're having this moment, Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock, and then all of a sudden, boom! The guy
blows up. His head blows up.
He gets his head blown off, and that's the end of Brad Pitt from the movie. And from here, they go on an adventure into the woods, and as they're trying to escape through the jungle, they suddenly start to piece together where this treasure is, and Daniel Radcliffe's playing this insane bad guy now. He's going for it, and
it's good to see his kind of transition actually through the movie. Isn't it? He goes from kind of rational kind of business guy to just straight up crazy, doesn't he? They're
tracking through the forest. There's motorbikes. The car crashes off a cliff.
It's like a typical adventure from the book that she's written.
Yeah, it reminds me of the film Romance in the Stone with Kurt Russell and I can't remember who the lady was, but it reminds me so much of that movie. Meredith with the old. She was a journalist in that as well. But you haven't seen that film, have you?
Not,
no. It's a bit like an Indiana Jones thing, but it reminds me of Romance in the Stone. Anyway, they go through. They come to a village. They're still trying to piece it together. She comes to a waterfall and pieces a bit more of it together.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the tomb is in the Well of Tears, and they can't figure out what the
Well of Tears.
The Well of Tears is. What? And she while having a meal, she hears this song, doesn't she, being sung. They find a village, and they ask the police to help them, but the police are then
they're a bit under the
they're a bit under the thumb of the old Radcliffe.
It's good to know as well that Sandra Bullock actually changes clothes as well.
They could say he was under their spell. Yeah. So and all this time her friend is trying to get to her as well, isn't she?
Yes. So Beth.
Beth, her friend, is chartering an airplane where she meets this crazy guy. And she's on a cargo plane with all these birds, but she's coming to save her, which is really quite funny as well. Nice little side bit that keeps flashing out too, which enables the scenes to change. And then they figure out where this Well of Tears is. Okay, happens to be a massive sinkhole
with a waterfall.
In the island that looks like a giant Well of Tears, doesn't it?
Surprisingly,
if you were looking for the Well of Tears, you would think, if I looked on the map, that could be a Well of Tears.
Literally, it's on the map.
Yeah. So while they're waiting there, Radcliffe comes, takes him, kidnaps her again in his camper van thing, his armoured camper van.
Yeah, got a nice little mini bar in there, isn't it?
Mini bar in there. So it's it's done tongue in cheek, but it's not enough to really pull you out the movie. Channing Tatum gives chase on his motorbike, doesn't it? And she says, "Oh, here comes my hero. He's a special agent and all this kind of stuff.
Super experienced."
And then Radcliffe goes, "Hang on, mate, that's the guy off the book."
So Dash.
Yeah. So they capture him. They have a bit of a fight, bit of a fire, isn't there?
Yeah.
And they become captured. And we then take them. We then find the Well of Tears.
Yeah, it was very easy to get to.
She gets on a boat and she sails out to the Well of Tears, and it's on the edge of the island, and they say, "Oh, we can't get up there. Oh, well, let's go in the caves at the bottom."
There's massive, big,
So if you were on anyone who lived on that island would find that cave easily. And he goes, "No, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous." And then 30 seconds later, they're docked inside this island, inside this dangerous cave, and they're making their way up. And then they find this tomb place, okay? And there's the tomb of the guy they're looking for, and where this crown is supposed to be. Pull back the thing, and it's just two dusty skeletons, and the female skeleton has got a crown of shells on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and this is the nice little thing, because what happens here is then Sandra Bullock goes into this bit about it's not about jewelry, and it's about love, and love is more important than anything. So I thought it's a nice message. Yeah.
And that's why the tomb was hidden as well, wasn't it? Because they didn't want to be found.
That's right. It wasn't because they were hiding the treasure. It's because they wanted privacy. And the shells were priceless to them, but worthless to everyone else.
Because he gave her one every day, didn't he?
Every day for a year, wasn't it? Then she made the crown out of them. And that was the love. And Radcliffe done like this.
No.
Radcliffe isn't very happy.
Well, he's invested quite a lot of money into it when you think about it, isn't he?
Yeah,
you can understand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like betting on a three-legged racehorse. Anyway, puts them into the tomb, puts them both into the tomb, slams it shut. But one of the bad guys has a change of heart and sticks...
Raffi, he's called Raffi.
Raffi. He sticks in a crowbar, so when they're shut, they're not as trapped as they think they are. And then Raffi runs off, somehow he gets about half a mile ahead of Daniel Radcliffe.
It's an amazing
where they
sprinter.
both leave together, and when Radcliffe gets to the edge of the cave, he's gone off down the river. So they're trapped in the cave. They have a little bit of a moment together, and then she said, "Oh, this thing's sticking into me." I thought, "Oh, what's Channing Tatum doing here?" But turns out to be the crowbar. The crowbar, which they stick into the top, and then they just manage to lift the top off the.
Amazing strength.
Yeah, amazing strength. Get themselves out. All this time, the volcano's erupting as well.
I know, yeah.
Volcano's erupting as well. They get out. They then go try and escape, but the water level's rising now for some reason. So they dive under the water, and then they swim along for 30 seconds, and then they pop up about two miles 2 miles offshore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, if you think you were desperate for breath, you'd be up as soon as you can, but they seem to have gone 2 miles out.
There was a good bit before that as well, where she lets her wedding ring go, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, she sort of ceremoniously lets go of her husband. Leaves them with the two lovers, and that was lovely as well.
Yeah, it was a nice kind of scene, wasn't it?
I'm glad you noticed that. You've been a bit soft, you are.
I think in my old age, that's what it is.
I think I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they pop up. Then up comes this rocket, this police launch boat. On it is her friend Beth. I keep forgetting Beth. And Daniel Radcliffe's on it as well. He tries to escape, gets caught by the crazy guy that flew the plane. Yeah,
he's the real
and. Hero. It's just a generic movie ending, really, isn't it?
They're on the beach.
They're on the boat. She writes the story. It becomes super famous and popular. They obviously make loads of money out of it. They're on a beach, and then it's game over. The movie over.
Pretty much.
Yeah. They fall in love. They have a little talk about kissing and stuff like that, and then the movie pans out, and that was the movie. I mean, the script isn't Oscar winning.
No.
Okay, but it is a nice little movie. It plods along quite nicely. Sandra Bullock. Oh, we'll talk about all that in a minute. But that was the end of the movie. Was there anything you wanted to add about? Anything we missed out?
No, not really. Like I said, it's one of those movies really where if you want to go to the cinema, I'd say, and you've watched the kind of big blockbusters, it's a nice kind of movie just to kill a couple of hours, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay, so the acting. Sandra Bullock was brilliant.
But you know I'm not a big fan of Sandra Bullock.
Neither am I.
She's one tone for me.
I think she carried that movie pretty well.
Channing Tatum was Channing Tatum.
You like Channing Tatum? Yeah.
He just basically plays the same role that he played for 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street, really, doesn't he? Just the same kind of bubbly kind of idiot, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Then you got Brad Pitt. his little cameo was really good.
You can't beat a bit of Brad Pitt in the movie, can you?
Brad Pitt, he's just like a little bit of spice you can add to any old film.
It's like when he was in Deadpool 2 and he played that invisible guy in the and he parachuted and got electrocuted.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And you got Radcliffe. Radcliffe plays the part. He hams it up, but he's not. He's acting the overacting.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah.
It's not being corny because he's a corny actor. He's being corny because the role actually calls for it. And he's not too over the top, okay? But he builds quite nicely into this fanatical dude, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He just becomes a bit obsessed, doesn't he?
Yeah. All the little supporting characters are good fun. Yeah. There's a social media girl. I thought she was quite funny as well. So I think they could have done a bit more of the social media part. So that was the actors. The setting was great.
Yeah, some nice landscape kind of shots and that, wasn't there, sprinkled throughout the movie?
Some ancient villages. So the special effects were what the special effects needed to be, really. It's not a CGI spectacular. Okay, some nice jungle shots. Music, there's a great little soundtrack in there. Got Funky Cold Medina was in there. There was a couple of other tracks in there. It was quite a nice little soundtrack. The plot was very thin. Very thin, very generic.
No subplots, no kind of just one sailing, really, wasn't it?
There wasn't any magical twist in there that threw me off and thought I never thought that was going to happen.
No.
Well, it's not enough for that, but you know what's going on, and you just go with it, and you go through it. And Sandra Bullock holds it together, and she looks cracking in that jumpsuit. I thought, whoa. Yeah, and yeah.
No. We can say as well that she never returned it, did she? Let's be honest.
Yeah, she never got to return it because it got a little bit jungle worn, didn't it?
Although saying that, she looked flawless throughout all of it, didn't she?
Yeah, well, her makeup.
You said that she was in
her makeup was incredible.
No, yeah.
Yeah, whatever makeup that is, ladies, you need that because she wore that for more than 48 hours. And it was
a nice little advert for Stella Artois in there
as well. Yeah. Other beers are available.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had that. Overall, good popcorn movie. Good popcorn movie. I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah.
I've seen tons better. A lot worse. But like Ollie said earlier on, if you want to go to the cinema for the afternoon, there's nothing on. There's nothing horrible in it.
No.
You know what I mean? There's nothing that's going to scare you. If you can take your kids to that one and have a really good fun time. If you're a Sandra Bullock fan, even more the better. You know, a Channing Tatum fan, it's there.
The 5.5 score is very much, earned. It is just a 5.5 movie, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nothing special, but it's nothing harmful. And I'm sure we'll see a lot worse over the next year or so.
Wow. I'm sure we'll review some very awful movies to come.
Yeah, okay. So, that's it. Now, let's go to our competition. Which is the bit you're waiting for. What we're going to do is we're going to give a £20 Cineworld gift voucher to anybody, not anybody, because that means everybody.
Well, I was going to say.
Ollie's paying. Okay. What I'm going to do is everyone's going to put their name. Okay. Well, no. It's going to like, subscribe. Okay. And everything you can possibly do. Share, subscribe, and share our video. Okay. And put a comment down in the comment section. Then everybody's there that's done it. We will select somebody before our next video. Yeah. Before you see our next video, we will select them and at random, and we will send you the gift card. I'll go and get the gift card, and we'll send it out to you, so you can then go and see Jurassic Park Dominion, Top Gun,
Lightyear.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear. If you want to fancy that, okay.
That'll be for your kids. That one.
Well, I don't know. You quite fancied it for that cat.
Whatever
you want, you can hold it for as long as you want. But
we just want to give back to you guys.
Yeah, you can have a trip to the cinema on us for giving us your attention. So please like, subscribe, share it, put a comment in the messages down below, and we'll do that for you. We'll pick somebody and we'll do it. And as we build up, we can give out more and more and more of it.
That's the thing. The more we kind of interact and kind of engage, the more we can do these kind of giveaways for you guys.
And it's his turn to pay for the next one. So yeah,
if you don't want to comment on the next one, I won't mind that.
But it's there. it's there for you guys. It's, we're having fun what we're doing. We want to give back to you. We want to say thank you for those people that have supported us, and we want to build a community of reviewers, and we've got lots of different plans for things to come in the future.
Oh yes, we've got lots, haven't we?
Yeah, and so that is our review.
The Lost City.
The Lost City. So I'll try it again. We're experimenting with special effects. The Lost City. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Go and watch this movie if you like. And
let us know what you thought about it.
You might even be able to watch it with the voucher you win. Okay. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
See you later, guys.